Hello everyone. Okay, so we're going to be doing a little bit of review on our layer cake words, and then we're going to get into our next lesson. Okay, so this is what we did the last time we were together. We took some of our peanut butter and jelly words and our layer cake words, and we practiced writing them on the models of a peanut butter and jelly word and a layer cake word. So we're going to, these are the ones we did the last time. And so today we're going to be doing this one and this one just as a review. So if we look at the word and both of our vowel friends are together in the middle of the word, then that means it has to be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Peanut butter does the talking and jelly is quiet. So we're going to take this word, tail, and we're going to write it on the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So the A is the vowel that does the talking, so that is our peanut butter. And our I is our quiet, silent jelly. So it's going to go on the jelly. That leaves our T and our L as our bread letters. Okay, so now we're going to look at this last one. If our vowel friends are separated and they are not standing next to each other, and the last one on the end is that curly, quiet E, then that means this is a layer cake word. So we're going to take this word, safe. Remember, the E doesn't say anything, and we're going to put it on our layer cake. So the E is always the curly, fluffy frosting, so we're going to put that on the last blank. The A is the crunchy filling that goes in between the two layers of cake, S and F. Okay, so here's our word, safe. All right, let's practice reading some words. I have 3 words here for you to practice reading. Okay, go through the steps. Remember to say what your vowel friends say together first. Add this sound, slide it in, vay. Now add the last sound. Remember, this is not our last sound. This is a silent E, so this is our last sound. So we're going to go vase, a vase. All right, I have a picture, or I did have a picture of a vase. There it is. Here's a vase. This is probably a very rare vase. Okay, let's read this next one. Vowel friends say, this letter says, slide it in, w-a, way. Add the last sound, wave. Hi, I'm waving. Okay, all right. Let's review some of our vocabulary. If you'll remember, we have 2 different pails. We have the peanut butter and jelly pail, and we have the layer cake pail. The peanut butter and jelly pail is the bucket, and the layer cake pail is like this lady's face. Remember, we talked about her face is very pale. It does not have a whole lot of color. Okay. Another vocabulary word that we learned was this one. Do you remember what this was a picture of? These 2 people are wading, wade, to walk in water, wade, because the area is flooded, and so they're having to wade through the water to get anywhere. Okay, that is all of our review. Now we're going to learn today's lesson. Today's lesson is a story about Bully E. Bully E is not very nice. And Bully E decides that every time he stands next to the letter C, he's going to give him a hard time. So because he found out, as bullies do, they find out what you're scared of or what you don't like, and they start doing that to you all the time, and they start scaring you with it all the time. That's just how bullies operate. So Bully E finds out that letter C is terrified of snakes. Letter C is terrified of snakes. And so he starts hissing at him every time he stands next to him. He dresses up like a snake and he starts hissing at letter C. Well, letter A doesn't want C to go away because letter A doesn't want to have to stand next to E. He wants him to stay there. So letter A tells C, I've got a great idea for you. Every time you have to stand next to Bully E, I want you to put on a snake costume yourself and just hiss right back at him, because that is how we deal with a bully. we just hiss right back and we let them know that we're not afraid. So letter C puts on a snake costume, and every time he has to stand next to Bully E, he's going to hiss like a snake. So in this word, when we read this word, the letter C is not going to make the k, k, k sound. He's actually going to hiss like a snake because he is next to Bully E. So A plate E says A. A plate E. Remember our vowel pattern A plate E that we learned last time. A. Then we go and we add this f, A. Fay. And remember, this is not saying k, it's saying s. So the word is not fake. The word is actually face, like you have a face. All right, let's try some more. Let's try this one right here. C is standing next to Bully E, so he's going to hiss like a snake. Our vowel pattern says A. Go here. A. Lay. S. Lace. This is lace. It's not lake. If we wanted it to be lake, we would have to change this to a K, because letter K is definitely not afraid of Bully E. Lace is what our word is. Let's talk about what lace means. Do you remember in our last lesson, we talked about vocabulary? You're going to take another sheet of notebook paper, and I want you to fold it in half, and then fold it in half again, unfold it, trace those lines so we have a new vocabulary page. I want you to take this word lace and write it at the top of a new square, lace. Then I want you to draw a picture of what lace looks like, and then I want you to write a sentence using the word lace down here. We're going to talk about what lace means in a minute. Here we go. Okay, so lace. Lace is a type of fabric that is used in dresses or sometimes curtains. Sometimes you can have a lace tablecloth. So here's what lace looks like. This is lace. These are two pictures of some very fine lace. It's used in wedding dresses a lot. Sometimes it's used in wedding veils. That would be the headdress that a bride wears to cover her hair, and sometimes covers her face with lace. Okay, so this is lace. You can also have a shoelace. We all know what a shoelace is, right? But this is the type of lace that you may not be very familiar with. This is lace fabric, okay? It's very holy. If you put your hand behind it, you would be able to see your hand completely. You can see right through it. It's very sheer. That's what we say. We call it, it's very sheer. It's see-through. Okay, so I want you to draw a picture of lace and write a sentence using lace. Okay, our next word that we're going to practice reading. Let's look at this one. All right, our vowel friends say A. Now, is this C next to Bully E? No, Bully E is way over here. So does this letter C have to dress up like a snake? No, he's going to say k, k, k. That's right. So this C says his normal sound, k, A, K, P. Remember, E is silent. Cape, cape. This is a cape like this, a cape. We all know what a cape is. Superman wears a cape. Batman wears a cape. All right. Let's look at our last word down here at the bottom. Ray. What sound is this one going to make? He's standing next to Bully E, so he's going to say s, race, race. Okay, you can run and win the race. We have one last word that we're going to learn, and this one I want you to put in your next square of your vocabulary paper. It is the word pace. Pace. To pace means to walk back and forth. Like if you're nervous, or let's say you're waiting on someone and they're inside the doctor's office and you're waiting, you would pace back and forth. You just walk this way, then you turn around and you walk back, and then you walk this way. You're pacing. We pace when we're nervous. We pace when we're bored. We pace when we're when we're waiting on someone. All right, so you're going to write the word pace, draw a picture of someone pacing, and then write a sentence using the word pace. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is the worksheets that I'm going to assign to you for this lesson. This is page 7, and you're going to either draw snaky C on top of the C, or you're going to leave it alone. So let's look at this one. Is this C standing next to bully E? Yes, he is. So you're just going to draw a snake tongue coming out of his mouth and put an eyeball on top of him, just like that. How about this C? Is he standing next to bully E? No, he's not. So what sound is he going to make? K, k, k. Let's go ahead and put a K on the outside. This C is going to make the k, k, k sound. How about this one? Is he standing next to bully E? Yes, he is. So this one is going to hiss like a snake. So draw that snake tongue, put an eyeball on him. He's dressed up like a snake. So this C says S. This one says K, K, and this one says S. Continue to do that on the rest of this page. Okay, the next one that you're going to do is page 8. We're going to do the same thing because normally I would ask you to cut these apart and glue the right C in to the, but you're not going to print this page off at home. You can certainly cut and paste if you want to, and you can print at home, or if you have this in your worksheet packets that were delivered to your door. But if you don't, that's okay. What you can do is look at the word, find the letter C, decide if he's going to hiss like a snake or if he's going to make the normal k, k sound. Is this one going to hiss like a snake? Yep, he's next to bully E. So you're just going to draw the snake in the blank, okay? Now let's look at this one. Is this C going to hiss like a snake? No, he's not. So just put the normal C in the blank. How about this one? Is this C going to hiss like a snake? Now he's not next to bully E. Bully E is there, but he's way over here. So he has to be right next to bully E. He is not going to hiss like a snake, so you're just going to put the normal C. All right, does everyone understand how we're going to do that one? If you have any questions, you can always message me. This is page 8. Okay. And the last one that I'm going to assign to you today is a fill in the blank. And we have already talked about what all of these words mean. The words lace and pace, we talked about them and we drew pictures of them. The rest of these you should be able to do without any problem. Read the sentence, choose the best word to go in the blank. Okay, and the last thing that I'm going to ask you to do is to read the sentences on page 7. This is page 7. I want you to read these sentences, and then I want you to make another one of these sheets of paper where you fold it in half twice and draw the lines. I want you to choose 4 of these sentences, write the sentence on the bottom of the square, and then draw me a picture of what that sentence says. So you're going to do all 4. So you can choose any 4 sentences, copy the sentence at the bottom of the square, draw a picture in the square. All right, that's it for today's lesson. I hope you guys are staying safe. Message me on Dojo if you need any help.